I'm very much anti-randos. Like, I don't like playing with randos. I prefer to play with people that I know. And if anything, I prefer to play with Justin. Because at the end of the day, Justin is an X factor in the best way possible. You put Justin in a game, you don't know if he's going to play by the rules or if he's going to play by Justin's rules.
Nice.
And when he plays by Justin's rules, that's the fucking best. It's the best thing in the world.
I play video games very similar to how I watch sports. If I'm watching a game, everyone else will be watching what's happening on, what is it called? The pitch? What is it? The grassy area?
The field?
Where the sports I don't know. Pick one. So
the sport,
out on the pitch.
The grass,
the arena,
yeah, the
the
grass
field, the pitch.
That's
the
one.
field.
So everyone else
Yeah.
is watching there. I'm watching the crowd as it goes by, and I'm picking things out, and people will be like, "Oh, what the fuck kind of pass was that?" I'm like, "Did you see that guy spill his nachos on that girl's lap? She looks so pissed." So I play video games very similar, where I will try everything I can to derail the game and just make it so hard. I like to if everyone is doing too well, I like to make it a little bit more difficult.
Oh my god, you made me so mad. You're like,
Well, he's like the guy at a poker table, right? Where you can't tell if he's a genius or if he's an idiot because
Bingo.
you're like,
oh my god,
why is he betting like this? It's like he's got to have something because Justin's like, I play by my own rules, man. And
Right.
we did.
so funny,
We've done a
though.
couple of videos called Justin Plays Video Games.
7-3 split. That seems like it should go all into me.
You mashed together
that's
so many
great.
things. I love it.
What's that?
You mashed so many things together on it. You're like 7-3 split. We should go all in. I'm like, what?
Yep,
Are you playing bowling? What are you doing?
you got it.
But we've done a couple of things called Justin Plays Video Games where I pick a game that Justin's never played.
Nice.
And I'm like, all right, let's
Oh,
play.
yes. I
And he
love
plays
it.
with some of my friends. And it's been very entertaining because Justin does what Justin does. And it's the best. It's so much fun. And
When I was playing in college, we'd play Halo all the time because that was what was in
That was
college.
the game, yeah.
Yeah. And I sucked and I could never win. And so I'm like, all right, well, if I suck this bad, no one else is going to be good. And so what I would do is I would
Oh my
spin
God, I love
watch
that.
and I'd be like, all right, they're in this area. So I would go and I would stand facing like a wall so they couldn't figure out where I was by looking at my screen. And
Oh
as
my
soon as I
God.
would see them come into the same room, I'd just blow myself up so they couldn't get the kill. And I was always like -20, but none of them, if they each needed like one more kill, they would never get it from me.
It would not be me.
Right. And they were so pissed off. So that was endless amounts of fun for me.
See, for me, when I see that happening, it would just make me laugh because I'd be like, this doesn't make sense. And because it doesn't make sense, it's hilarious. Like, I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm going to get this guy. And he explodes. I just imagine him walking in and just you get all of his body parts hitting you in the face. And you're like,
Yep.
why did he do that?
Why would he do that to himself?
Why would he do that?
That's always a fun round in like Apex where it'll be like I'll like queue in and like one person will leave. I'll be like, ah man, it's just me and this other guy. And the other guy does not know how to play. Like doesn't know how to play, doesn't know how to pick shit up, doesn't know where to go. And it's like, come on, let's go. Come on here. And I'm like tagging stuff. I'm like, pick this up, grab this. And we just like run and do our best until like we eventually get just like fucking completely massacred. But it's like, come on, we can do.
Yep. That sounds so familiar. I've heard that before.